Hey there, it's David the Lug Nut. Thanks for joining me, and I'm about to show you how to find JDM parts on Rock Auto. Yes, I'm dead serious, Rock Auto. All right, so let's get started. First thing you want to do is you want to open your browser. We're going to go to a JP Parts, Google search. Okay, jp-carparts.com, genuine Japanese OEM. All right, so there we go. We've got Toyota, Lexus, Nissan, Honda, Subaru. Whenever I'm searching for parts, I'll start out here. And then, of course, as promised, Rock Auto. And there it is right there. Okay, so now there's a lot of copy paste back and forth. Let's get started with Nissan. And we will go right to, what's popular right now is, of course, the Skylines. We'll go over to the S's because that's what we're going to concentrate on. These techniques work with everything. Now scroll down, you can see your Silvias, your S14s, S13, 15, Silvia Gazelles. Some of these names are awesome. Skyline crossover, yeah, what the heck? CUP, I don't know. You Google those. Let's get to R32s. So we're just going to go through kind of reading the notes to start with. 4K, of course, is your 4-door. You look down here, there's a 2-door. Once you get into owning them, you kind of get to know if it's an HR32, HCR, BNR. You get a 2K, so of course 2 doors, RB2060, TT. It's a high, so that's something you want to remember. It's a high line. So we'll click on BNR 32 just for the heck of it. And I'm just going to cover a couple real quick things that come up. Let's go to relays. We'll just, of course, click on it. And, of course, you have the breakdown, Skyline, BNR32, there's your years. This is, we'll just go down and pick a relay. So let's just say aircon relay, okay? You can click on it if you want. I normally, well, you can see there's that same relay part number. There's the list that part number is used on. So that's RB20, RB26, RadFam relay, but is it available from Rock Auto? That's the question I'm going to try to prove. So highlight that. I'm just going to Control C. I'm going to flip over to Rock Auto. I'm going to go to part number search. I'm going to go Control V to paste it, and there it is. Found Rock Auto, 10 bucks. So Beck & Arley is a good brand. Of course, Nissan OEM is out of stock. And click on there, you can see. So if you are like me and you love going to junkyards on the weekends, you're like, man, I wouldn't mind picking up a spare relay or a spare this or that. Clips for the grill on GTRs, for example, those are on Pathfinders, exact same part number. And ironically, there's a Nissan Pathfinder. So if you're going to a junkyard, you've got a list of all these cars that you now can search through and get a $1 part as a backup, right like that. Okay, let's jump back. One thing I didn't actually go over. So this first tab, this is all electrical components, your starter motor. I have a Wilson part number I'll share at the end of the video there that you can buy at most part stores for really cheap, and it is a direct replacement for RVs. So yeah, anyways, the cooling units is under electrical, lamps, stuff like that. When you get into like a combination tail lamp setup like this, that's probably, there is no North American equivalent. But I think we all know that. But really, this is about finding those things that are just common maintenance items that generally a manufacturer will use an item from something else. So let's go final drive rear. Let's go to rear axle. Of course, love the image. Not at all what is in a GTR. All right, so there is your unit assembly right there. You can see it's showing four-wheel drive. You know, these little bits here. This is like a cutout, so there's a variation from this version to this version. Could be a super session, could be all sorts of things, really. But We're here looking for wheel bearing. So for 43210, of course, go down the parts code. Unfortunately, you can't just click on it. If you click on it, it just brings up an expanded view. But we go down to 43210. There's a whole bunch of options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options. Of course, we got Highline here, type M. You start looking at these wheel bearing numbers. Copy that part number, and we will paste it into Rock Auto. Oh, look at that. Wheel bearings from Rock Auto, from cheap GMB, which interesting here, GMB is a super cheap product. In New Zealand, GMB was sold everywhere, and it was a common run-of-the-mill part. Now we can go, you can get a Timken. Moog makes an assembly for a Skyline, and it's available. Look at that, and that's what it's off of. That's for a 240. So that we know it's not actually for a GTR. That'll be for a GTST. Yeah, so I'll bet you. I just know that from habit because it should share with a 300ZX. It should share with. There we go. There's a assembly right there. That is with. There's 300ZX. And $59. Who would like to pay $59 for a wheel bearing assembly instead of $300? Okay, so another cool one I run into all the time is brake calipers. Would you be surprised if I told you that you can get calipers off of Rock Auto? Now, of course, people will say, oh yeah, that's easy, everyone knows that. Well, so not everybody does. So we'll go up to, this is GTR stuff here on page 4. This is a case where the numbers are different, so slightly different. So 41001 and 41011 for left hand. Let's just check T. Oh, look at that. Calipers. Beck iron lace. And they're out of stock on that. And that looks like a Nissan 4-piston caliper to me. And they are, well, if you're not sending back your cores, $136 Canadian. So, you know, that's like $50 for Americans. But again, it comes up right here. So really, I guess what I'm getting at is if you want to search the stuff and you kind of want to be a little self-sufficient with things, the info is right here. You know, let's check another one. One more. Let's jump over. Let's take a quick look at Toyota, Bristow. Let's look at CV boots. CV boot assembly. There we go. Oh, 4438C. Oh, 4438C. You know, common maintenance stuff. That. Oh, look at that. $12. I don't know if that's a good price. I don't know anything about it. But look at that. It's used on Lexus and Toyota Supra. All right, that about wraps that up. I realized it was a little long, but you know, I want to include as many details as I can just to not steer anybody in the wrong direction. You know, there's a lot of little details, but you know, practice, play with it, and learn those two sites, how they work together. And by all means, if you have any questions or whatnot, just drop them in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, stay tuned. I actually, my next builds, next work are going to be in the GTR world. My blue GTR's got 27,000 kilometers on that build, and changed a new clutch. I've got a new transmission for it, and I'm gonna pull the bottom end apart, check those bearings out, see how it's going. Until then, hit the like and subscribe, and stay tuned. Have a great day.